Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and today I'm doing a discussion over Dog Park New Tricks. This is the newest expansion to Dog Park, and it's big box expansion, because all the other expansions were tiny and just kind of added a few new, well, one added more dogs, but a few new keywords. This one actually adds quite a bit to the game. As you could tell, it has new tricks in it. So, what this expansion adds is a trainer and kind of gives each breed a new special ability that can have on top of its inherent ability that is on the card. And overall, I think this expansion is great. One, it adds more dogs, which is always awesome. Well, it does add more dogs, but it focuses on mixed breeds, so that most of the dogs I think all the dogs are kind of wilds in that they're one of two breeds. So like you can have dogs that are gun dog and pastorals, but they clearly don't have names, like a breed name, because it's like, well, it's not a purebred. But they still found a way to give them facts, which is just awesome. One of my favorite things about Dog Park is the fact that every dog card has a fact on it, and that's my favorite type of nature-themed game. It's one of the things about like Meadow, for example, that even though it's gorgeous artwork, there's really nothing on the cards that gives you anything but Earth and Wingspan, and this one all have facts about the dogs. That's just fun to read. But like, for example, like this Gun Dog Pastoral is a rescue, and it says in 2022, 54% of dogs owned in the USA were listed as mixed breed according to the APPA, National Pet Owners Society. Or kind of like, hey, here's an Augie. They are a mix between the Australian Shepherd and the Corgi. They have a tendency to herd other pets. So you're still getting that very nice information and education while playing this game. But in terms of mechanism that this brings is, one, it adds in just new cards, new standard and experienced objectives, but it adds in super locations, which bring in new walk bonuses. And these are really, really helpful. What I've noticed about the expansion is that it tends to give more resources, so you're not as tight on going out and walking dogs, or needing resources to assign to pets, or needing resources to complete objectives. You have tons of ways to actually get either like this one is you can turn in a reputation to get 3 resources if you just land on that spot. So I enjoyed those locations a lot more than kind of the standard ones. But the reason for needing more resources is the trick board. And the trick board has these type of cards that are randomly assigned out to the various breeds. So it's like, okay, well, Gun Dog can learn this patience trick, meaning that if he is in his kennel and he has a trick token assigned to him, after selection, they can gain you a resource. But some tricks, like Good Manners, can only be applied to dogs that are trained or have been trained while they're out for a walk. And that means, like, if you have those, if he's with the trainer, it just costs any resource. But if he only has the trick token on him, then it costs either a stick or a treat. So it's like, I guess thematically, it's like you're out for a walk and it's like, hey, I know I've taught you how to behave, but I guess I need to give you some incentive to do so. But this lets you share a leaving bonus space. And what's really cool about this is that you have 4 lead trick cards and 3 kennel trick cards, and there's a stack of each of those, and you just shuffle those and pull those at random, and then shuffle those 7 and assign them out. So each breed, each game is going to have a different trick that's going to be key to utilizing as you're playing the game. What was also great about this expansion is I felt like it didn't add any more time. Dog Park has always been a game that kind of ends really quick because it's only 4 rounds, and it's like, okay, got my 2 dogs, got to assign them to take them out for a walk, and then you just kind of rinse and repeat. It goes by super fast, but there's a lot of strategy to it. And this expansion, I feel, adds that much more strategy. It also adds a 5th player if you were playing Dog Park with 5. I've never played Dog Park with 5. I don't really see a reason to, but I don't see it being like that big of a deal. But yeah, the one thing that I found kind of confusing whenever I was playing new tricks was like the concept of the trainer token. It's like each round you have to assign the trainer token and put a trainer token on a dog. But then it's like, well, when can he use its abilities? Like, and it's like, okay, I guess just kind of whenever, as long as it's in the kennel and the trick is in the kennel, or if it's out on the lead and it's while you're walking. As long as it has that token or the trainer is with it, then that'll determine the cost. A lot of the costs are free if you have it with a trainer, but that could be super beneficial because you can do a lot more combos as long as you have tons of ways to be like, oh, after selection, I have these 3 dogs that are still in my kennel. So after selection, I can discard a lead token from my kennel to get 2 resources. Or after selection, I can gain the resource cost of another dog in my kennel. After selection, I can gain a resource. So if you had a working, in this particular lineup that I have over here, if you had a working terrier and utility dog all in your kennel, then, and they all had tokens on them, the patience is free. The trick requires any resource, and the sharing requires a resource, and the stay requires any resource. But it allows you to manipulate what resources you're getting or what you need at the end. And I think that it does add a little bit more strategy than what you're expecting from regular Dog Park. But if you play Dog Park a lot, I think this is a very solid expansion to add to the game. Now, the one thing about it that I'm not sure of, because I haven't tried it yet, is if it all, like, they have a really nice storage solution for the expansion, but they also have a really nice storage solution for the base game, and it's like, I don't think they fit within one another, and that kind of bums me out, because I just would rather everything fit in the base box. I don't need, even though this is a very pretty, and the artwork for this game is magnificent, I'd rather just have the base game. So I might try and finagle it in some way. But yeah, there's not really much about the expansion that I dislike. It's just super clean. The rulebook is, I mean, it's generally well done. The FAQ at the back helps whenever you're trying to figure out what the super bonus H means. It's like, what? I don't know what that is, even though it should be self-explanatory. Yeah, like, the additions for it is just more stuff, and then the big trick board, which is, I mean, easy enough to kind of just look at and realize how to utilize it. But it does add a lot of, like, trying to figure out combos and realizing what your dogs can do, managing your 8 dogs by the end of the game, and then maximizing on that with their new tricks that they can do. So it's a pleasant addition without, I think, making the game extremely convoluted. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Dog Park New Tricks, I'm going to give it let's give it an 8. I think it's a very good expansion to this game. It would get a 9 if I was very confident that it would fit in the base box. But I don't know. I don't know if it will. But other than that, solid expansion. Highly recommend it. And again, it's compatible with all the other expansions. Like, you don't need to do mixed breeds or anything. You can just throw it in with the European dogs and the whatever, all the mini expansions that the game has. It works extremely well with all those too. So, that's my thoughts on the Dog Park New Tricks expansion. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.